Welcome back to my views and news. Another video for you. Firstly, viewers, Berhan Jula, Ethiopian army chief and field marshal, today was shown by Ethiopian state media. His pictures were shown by Ethiopian state media. And Ethiopian state media claimed that today Berhanu Jula, Ethiopian army chief, returned to his office from front lines, that he was leading his troops from the front in the war against Tigray fighters. I want to make 2 points about this report by Ethiopian state media. Secondly, battlefield updates for you. What is happening in Tigray, any fighting, any airstrikes, drone strike within the last 24 hours. We have some details for you. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian state media today showed pictures of Berhanu Jula, Ethiopian army chief, field marshal as well. Because after the second round of fighting in Tigray, from July 2021 till November 2021, Berhanu Jula was awarded the rank of field marshal, and he was shown by state media today, his pictures. He was shown sitting with soldiers, and the state media claimed that Berhanu Jula was back from the front lines. He was back to his office after being on the front lines for more than 2 months. Third round of fighting started on the 24th of August. So state media claimed that when fighting erupted between Tigray fighters and Ethiopian federal forces, Berhanu Jula went to front lines, and today he returned. And he was leading troops from the front. Well, I don't think I have left any development of this third round of fighting uncovered. All statements of Ethiopian federal government, of Ethiopian National Defense Force, of Tigray side as well. I have covered each and every development regarding the third round of fighting. I did not see any mention by Ethiopian state media, by Ethiopian National Defense Force, by any news source within the last 2.5 months that Berhanu Jula was on front lines. Now, when the war has ended, Berhanu Jula is claiming that he is back from front lines. We shared with you details of ENDF generals who were leading troops on front lines. Southern Front, Western Front, Northwestern Front, Dadabit Front, Adiyarke. I share details with you in some videos. No mention of Berhanu Jula there. So how is that suddenly it is being claimed that he was on front lines? Is he trying to take the credit for the battlefield gains secured by Ethiopian National Defense Force, Amhara forces? It seems to be the case that he is trying to take the credit for ENDF, Amhara Special Force, EDF's military gains in Tigray. Otherwise, army chiefs don't lead troops on front lines. They're army chiefs. They command the entire region, entire zone. So they cannot be on one front line. They're always at a distance from front lines. That is how they stay in touch with all the battlefield commanders. So I think it's a very cheap attempt by Berhanu Jula to claim that he was on the front lines. He is an army chief and a field marshal as well. It is not appropriate for him. And by the way, had there been no Eritrean military, it would have been difficult for ENDF to gain what they have gained in terms of territories in Tigray. It was mainly the offensive from the north, of which Eritrean military was part, which led to pressure upon Tigray forces. Tigray forces had to withdraw from close to Wuldia, from Gobiye, Kobo Robert Kobo, then Alamata Koro. So credit, if anyone should be given credit, credit goes to Eritrean military, Amhara forces as well. This time, Amhara forces fought on front lines. Amhara militias too. Jula is leading ENDF. And most of the POWs captured by Tigray fighters were ENDF members, members of Ethiopian National Defense Force. So the force which was being led by Jula, thousands of this force were being taken prisoner by Tigray fighters. That is why I think Jula shouldn't have made this claim. Everyone knows what happened in the third round of fighting. Secondly, towards battlefield updates, no signs of complete implementation of peace agreement so far. Yes, no major offensives, but still airstrikes being conducted, fighting ongoing as well. Strikes were conducted today on Saturday in central Tigray, Adwa to Abiadi, main road. And we know that Eritrean military has been trying to move from Adwa into central Tigray towards Abiadi. For days, they've been trying to make inroads into central Tigray. And airstrikes, drone strikes were conducted close to Abiadi, close to Warkamba, a few days ago as well. Once again, reportedly near Abiadi, some strikes were conducted on Saturday. Fighting still ongoing. One of the main fronts is Zalambasa to Adigrat front, which was mentioned by some Tigray officials yesterday too. No signs of any de-escalation there. Zalambasa front first. Secondly, a new front today was reported by some sources, and that is Churcher to the east of A2 highway, southern Tigray, on Tigray-Afar border, you can say. Here also reports of ongoing fighting. Thirdly, Adwa to Abiadi road, mainly to the south of Adwa and close to Adwa as well, mountains close to Adwa where fighting ongoing. Then Shere to Gondar road, and here reportedly near Indabagana there was fighting along the road. So despite the signing of the agreement 3 days ago, so far no complete disengagement on the ground. What is the reason? I think reason is that military commanders are still waiting for final orders on both sides. Modalities on disarmament are being discussed, not finalized so far. Tigray's military commanders, Tigray's fighters have more concerns because they don't know if they'll be completely disarmed or not. What will happen after disarmament? Now, when Tigray mediators are back in Mekelle from South Africa, they were in South Africa. They went to South Africa more than 10 days ago. There they signed a peace agreement. They are back in Mekelle. Now meetings will be held from top Tigray leadership, messages will be sent to lower level military commanders and then obviously the fighters as well. Then we could see disengagement. ENDF has not launched any major offensives within the last 3 to 4 days. Mainly, Tigray is accusing Eritrean military. That Eritrean military is involved in fighting near Adwa, near Adegrat, and near Shire too. No mention of Ethiopian National Defense Force, but it's ENDF's responsibility to ensure that no new offensives are launched, that Eritrean military does not launch any new offensives, but fighting ongoing. So that is why a peace agreement so far has not resulted into complete cessation of hostilities on the ground. I think next 2 days are very critical. Sunday and Monday are very critical. In the next 2 days, we'll see the future of peace agreement. Will there be some progress towards disarmament, or will there be increase in opposition to the peace agreement, which is being seen now? Tigray activists, Tigray diaspora community, and some Tigray government officials are questioning the peace agreement. Even Kandea, whose Tigray External Affairs Bureau in charge, also said a few hours ago that some issues required explanation. Issues related to peace agreement. Now, when mediators are back, negotiators, Tigray negotiators, they are back in Mekelle. Can they satisfy the people of Tigray, government officials of Tigray, TPLF officials, Tigray fighters, and then Tigrayan diaspora too? So that is why 2 days very crucial, Sunday and Monday.